trucks and modifieds along with the CS spreads. And first down to qualify for the street stocks, the classic millers, Edward Jones Investments, William Matthews and County Cottage Place entering Cottage Grove, Westboro. First car out, Westboro, 1769, 1769 will be his time. Also like to thank Gary's Knowledge, yes, Black Racing. Case, along with BC Motorsports. Here's the number 48 car. I'd like to thank Denny Deckridge for the weekend for all the help on the car. This is Josh Black from Cottage Grove. 1753, 175, so far back from the night for Josh Black. If you let us go on specialties, 1-800 Radiator. Sponsored 48. There's a 73 car from Cottage Grove, the automotive grinding service, custom auto body and paint injury of Darren Brooks. Darren Brooks in those 1853, going in 5-3 to the 73, of course. Also wanted to thank Chris and Dickie Hamilton, along with the Hands, Sean Sanders, and Riders for You. Here's the 74 car. The winner of opening night from Jasper, Andrew Langan in the ERD. Fast top of the night, 1672. That's the 85L. Last week's winner out on the racetrack. This is TJ Langan. Also from Jasper. Fast time of the night, 16:35 for the 85L, 16:35. Schmidt from Eugene in trouble for Schmidt in turn number 2 of the EMS Trunk Repair, Umpqua Dairy, Cindy Sowitt, Foley Automotive, D&D Automotive West, and Performance, number 9 Pro Chassis. First lap for Cottage, time of the night, 14:55 wide, 1:4.55 to the top of the second, 45 of Cottage. Also like to thank Morgan Language Service and this is Eric Ingerbretson. trackside with tonight's Trophy Dash winner from Jasper for the All-American Street Stocks, Andrew Langan. Andrew, congratulations.
Thank you. I gotta, give the win to the crew and the pits there, and everyone helping out. It's a great effort by everyone, and I'm just happy I get pulled off.
Well, it was a very exciting race with some tough competition. The theme of the year has been the car count's been down low, but there's been some great racing, and if that was what we're going to see for the rest of the night, it should be a good show.
Yeah, there's been some great racing, and once we get some more cars out here, I'm sure there's going to be more of it. And I'd also like to thank the sponsors, A1 Radiator Service, ERD, Engine Repair, Engine Research and Development, CAD, B&L Truck Parts, Trophy Room, API, D&D Automotive, and I think that's about it.
All right, Andrew, well, you guys are up next, so I'll let you go and get to staging.
All right, sounds good.
All right, Andrew Langan, congratulations and best. The car's not here, but the driver is the winner of the Modified Trophy Dash, Curtis Downs of Cottage Grove. And Curtis, congratulations. It was a little wacky from the start, but able to hang in there and pick up the victory.
Yeah, it was a pretty fun race. Got off to a little rough start there. Me and Cox both went in pretty hard, and neither of us were going to let off. I'm glad the outcome was how it was. It was a fun race, though. I really liked it.
Well, it's only the Trophy Dash. Got a lot of racing left to go in the program, but it should be a good race for the Modifieds tonight.
Yeah, the track's really nice tonight. Real smooth. I think it'll be a pretty good race. The car's gotten a lot better than it was the week before, and so hopefully it turns out good the rest of the night.
And I understand some special help coming on board this weekend to make sure you came out here tonight.
Yeah, I got to thank all my sponsors, everybody helping me out. My pit crew's doing a great job. That's why the car's not out here right now. They're fixing. I got a little leak in the rear end. Matt, Mark, Finch, all of you guys. I thank them, and I thank my sponsors for helping me out. Valley Rose Construction, Knights Fabrications helping me out. I got to thank my wife for all of her support. She's always here supporting me, the #1 fan. I got a special thank Steve, Kim, and Ryan. I appreciate them helping me out. Hopefully the rest of the night goes good.
I hope it does too, Curtis. Well, best of luck in the heat races and later on in the main event this evening.
Thanks.
All right, race fan. Curtis Downs of Cottage Grove picking up the Trophy Dash. 5 cars for 8 laps. Heat number 1. Here we go. Straight laps. This one, 8 laps. And April Howard in the 25 from Eugene as they come out of number 4. And green flag and right from the get-go. TJ Langan and the inside moving to the 1 and 2. That'll give the lead to Andrew Langan. Running on the high side. Spence, how about it for TJ Langan? It was almost a clean sweep. He didn't win the trophy dash. And it was a close race. His younger brother. It's 2 wins in a row for the 85L from Jasper. definitely, especially if the numbers were true. And weather forecasts this time of the year in Oregon, sometimes the numbers do lie with the percentages and the temperature. But yes, definitely. suppose. TJ Reagan of Jasper. TJ, congratulations. The theme of the last 2 races has been this. Andrew dominates one race. Wins the main event. Last week, we dominated, won the main event. This week, it was a bit of a medium. Andrew was strong, you were strong, you battled pretty much the entire 20 laps, side by side, wheel to wheel, clean racing between you two, despite some of the rough matches in the racetrack. Just explain to us, I mean, how do you do it when you're so close there?
That's what makes this sport fun, is good side-by-side racing. Andrew had a good fender on me the whole time. I kept on seeing him poke up there, get up to my door. That's what we come out here to do. That's what we come out here.
And picking up the second straight feature victory now, you're the guy with the most wins so far this year. It's an early season, though, but it's got to feel great just to start off this way.
Yeah, it's good starting the season with some good momentum. I know Andrew's done pretty good, and helps keep it up. I have to thank all the sponsors on the car for making this year happen and making last year happen. Everything making me what I am, making Andrew's car what he is. Got to thank Cottage, Taco Bell, Classic Metal Works, CAD, ERD, API, Zurich Gear and Axle, Dino Truck Parts, and On Point Center Graphics.
Well, TJ, as we mentioned last week, you guys got quite a bit of a stint here in Cottage Grove, and I'm sure we'll see you next Saturday night.
Yeah, we'll be here. Also, I got to put out a special thanks to Ricky Ashley, my dad, Brett, Justin, everybody else who worked on the car, and an apology to Brian Crockett and all the management here for ripping up the infield after the track.
All right, TJ, I know, the emotion's good, when you're excited. Congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
All right, thanks, Ben.
All right. I'm just gonna move it.
Yeah. Hey, can you hear him?
Hello, testing. Testing. Testing 1 2 3. I don't know if it's gonna work.
It'll be all right.
Testing 1 2 3. I don't know what's going on with this thing. It's been perfect all weekend. Luckily, Fred didn't happen to him upstairs. Jesse Williamson, tonight's feature winner for the modifieds this evening. Jesse, my goodness, that 30 laps, that was intense all the way. Just explain it to us what was going through you in the cockpit there.
Yeah, it was a pretty crazy finish there. I kind of dropped back at the beginning in, 4th or 5th, and I thought it was kind of over with, but I kind of found a couple lines and just changed it up a little bit. And luckily Eric screwed up there at the end, otherwise he would have been the winner, but I screwed up a little bit there. The last lap I kind of got a little run on the top. I found a little bit, and I made a perfect lap. Then the next lap I screwed up a little bit, but he kind of pushed a little bit too. So a little bit, he screwed up a little bit more than I did, so I'll take it.
There was a lot of laps on this racetrack tonight, and it didn't get wore out too bad. And it was a racetrack where you could run on the outside, on the inside, and sometimes even in the middle. But they all had their wrists on the top. If you got too high, you'd go off. In the middle, you could spin your tires if you weren't careful. On the inside, it looked like it was a little rough.
Yeah, it's a little rough on the bottom. Had a little bit more traction down there. It's probably a little bit faster, but the top had some pretty good bumps, so if you got in there wrong, you kind of pushed your car off the end of the track. But yeah, I'm just real surprised that I ended up in the winner's circle tonight after all that. It was some good racing with Braden and Eric, and honestly, we were 3 wide banging around there, so we all finished. It's a good race.
When you run that close, does it make you even more nervous, or make you think extra careful when you know somebody's just right there and you could literally just touch hands almost?
No, everybody's a pretty good racer here, and so I mean, I'll race side by side all weekend long, or every weekend long with these guys. So it's a fun night, and just glad to come out on top.
Well, before we let you go, I know you got some great sponsors with you, some great help with this year. Care to mention those before we let you go?
Yeah, just furniture options, Ron Martin Wholesale, and just all of my family out here helping me on the car, and so yeah, just gotta thank everybody.
Well, Jesse, congratulations on your second main event win this season. We'll see you next time.
All right, sounds good. Thank you.
All right, race fans, Jesse Williams, respectable second place. I thought you had it there. You led a lot of laps there, and your car looked like it was working very good on the bottom. And despite the roughness, especially out of turn 4. I was seeing you pulling some wheelies a couple of times. Your thoughts of the evening, though?
Yeah, it was pretty rough on the going. The jump is just right. You can take off pretty good, but I just screwed up, like Jesse said. So I don't know. I'm happy in second, so I'm good.
And there isn't much to say. I mean, you just had a strong car and a real big surprise. I know if this would have been your first win, it would have been something really good. But I'm sure you learned a lot from tonight as well. And hopefully next time you'll be in the winner's circle.
Yeah, I gotta thank actually Jesse. He helped me on this car. Get working real good today. So I mean, I wouldn't have been the second if it wasn't for his help today. So thank you.
Do you think if maybe there wasn't as many cautions kind of there and lap traffic would have came into work, that might have been a game changer, and maybe that would have been able to get you out of front more, or thoughts on that?
I don't know. He can play that all day long. He just beat me to the flag.
Well, Eric, before we let you go, any special things you want to send out there?
Actually, Jesse Williamson and then my parents and everybody helped out on the same. Eric, little Eric and all them. So everybody helped out. Thank you.
Well, congratulations, second place, Eric, and we'll see you next time.
Yeah, that sounds good. Thank you.
All right, race fans, Eric, Ashley, and Jack. Coming in third, and Braden of Cottage Cove. I know you want to be in there. Everybody up here wanted to be in Victory Circle. This is a cool sport. And but your thoughts of the evening? Your car looked fast, pretty much all race long, and you could really put it anywhere.
Yeah, these guys, they worked hard after the wreck a couple weeks ago, and got the car working real good tonight, and feel like we had a car that could have won, but luckily there's two other guys that are not so lucky, but two other guys that they're just as fast, and we had a good race, and you don't always come out on top when you race these guys like that. You want to, but you win some, you lose some.
I know we didn't have the car count that this place probably deserves, but the quality cars we had here was enormous. I mean, all the way from the first to the back, guys were going in at 3 wide, 2 wide on the bottom, on the inside, in the middle. There was some great racing, and you had a front row seat to much of that.
Yeah, the group we got in this class that runs up front a lot of times, we can run neck and neck. We've been banging into each other a whole lot, still finish the race, and that's a pretty good deal to do that.
Well, I know you didn't win tonight. That's what the main goal was, but you mentioned the first race out, you guys had some problems, and this has got to be a right step for you and your team, I'm sure.
Yeah, it wasn't really a problem with the car. It was me running into the crash wall. They tore up a lot of stuff, and they got it back together right, and brought us out a strong car tonight.
And I know you got some great sponsors and some great people behind you. Special thanks in order, I'm sure.
Oh, absolutely. D&D Automotive, my dad, Danny Knight, the Vintage Inn, Hedge Car Together Service. Without those type of people, we wouldn't be out there.
All right, Braden. Well, congratulations, third place tonight, and we'll see you next time for sure.
All right, thanks.
All right, race fans, Braden Hanna.